Hello Cancer, welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level. What it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. Wisdom, they've learned a lesson. They've heard a few things in their heart and their mind. They have understood that what all has happened should not repeat. They've learned a lesson, learned from their mistake. This could be somebody from your past. It could be someone who is in your life currently, but there's a lack of communication. This could be somebody also that you've met and you know there's a whole lot of energy there. A lot of chemistry, the spark, but no one's really speaking up. Hence why we have the mystery card. That's my spiritual card, my past life card. All right. Cancer. For those of you who are new, my method of reading is just slightly different. I do have the ability of channeling through my higher intuitive self to get the answers that I need. I do not challenge. Maybe a challenge. We also have here boundaries. I do not channel through any spirit guides. I never have. And I have certain reasons for that. Here, we do have wisdom, pleasure, beliefs, mystery, surrender, boundaries, which I said the word challenge, and my eyes went on this card specifically. It's a very challenging situation. You can't really move on because of the boundaries. There's no communication there. We have here awakening, power, as well as cycles. Under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. I'm going to express to you, Cancer, what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you. It is definitely a little challenging, and for some of you, this is, of course, a general love reading. For some of you, this is a very strong past life connection, a very strong spiritual connection. And because of this, it could be that you are also feeling the same way as your person of interest. All right. My dear Cancer, you and I both have been through a lot. And over time, I have realized and seen the mistakes that I've made. At this point, I feel like I've learned my lesson. I've learned from my mistakes. And I also know that everything I did because I was unwise. I was immature. And I lacked knowledge. I also had a lot of ego. And because of this ego, I never really wanted to learn. In you, I have found someone that gives me a lot of pleasure. The pleasure that I feel with you. This is physical pleasure plus emotional. I feel connected to you. This blissful feeling, it gives me a feeling of ecstasy. It is beyond my flesh, but the pleasure I feel is spiritual, and it radiates from you, and I can feel it. In this connection, you and I have had our differences, and this is the reason why things between us, they're just not working out. I have my own set of beliefs, my traditions, my values, my customs. The thoughts and the beliefs that I have, the differences and difference of opinions, they're too vast. You and I, we don't see eye to eye. No, we are not on the same page. And I do know now that the things that have happened, the things that I have experienced, the things that I have put you through, it's because I was born and brought up in a very different way. I don't see things from your perspective. I can't put myself into your shoes. A part of me has very strong opinions and beliefs. And the way my life is, I have to do the things that make me feel as though what I'm doing is right. And so if you say yes, I may say no. You see black, I see white. It's the extreme opposite. The problem is, yes, I want to be in this connection with you. But other people, friends, family, society, other influences, organizations, faith, belief, background, caste, creed, color, religion, all of this causes distance. The circumstances that we are in, we didn't really choose this, but it is who we are and where we come from. We have our differences. And now I question the heavens, why is it that you were put into my life? Why now? Why not before? Why not long ago? Are we meant to be together? Are we supposed to be together? I don't know. I do feel this feeling, this familiar feeling as if I've known you from before. I do feel that I've known you from before. I don't know from where, I just can't put my finger on it, but you seem so familiar. And when I see you, I feel love. I feel truth. I feel power. I feel as if there's a memory and I just can't. I can't locate that memory. I can't find it. I don't remember it. There's something about you that's so unique. When you're not there, I can smell your scent, feel your presence. When you're not there, I really do feel that there is this absence. And I have surrendered to you. Surrendered my mind, my heart, my body to you. I feel that in this connection, you and I, we are, in a way, twins. We are so close, and I feel that I belong to you and you belong to me. But this realization, this wisdom that I have gained, this information that I see now clearly, how am I to share this with you? Because there are boundaries. These boundaries have been put up because of the realization of what this may cause. Afraid to commit, afraid to be exclusive, afraid to move on to the next phase. And so because I don't understand the situation, because I don't understand who we are, I do the easiest thing, the cowardly way out. I put up boundaries. I put up boundaries, and I think that at some point, maybe one day, this distance, it will change. Things will shift. I've had an awakening moment, and I'm finally starting to see things from your perspective. You no longer know who I am. In fact, Cancer, I have changed. This awakening moment, I'm starting to see things from your perspective, from your lens. I've put myself into your shoes, and I see things from your perspective now. Your beliefs, your traditions, your values, your ethics, your morals. I see things from your perspective now. But this has only happened because I'm now wiser. Before I was not wise. Before I could not see. But now as time goes on, I have become wise. And I do see things from your perspective. I understand why you did what you did. Why you said what you said. And the actions that you took. But how will you know this if I have boundaries up? How will you know this if there are boundaries in this connection? A part of me feels very powerless, and I feel extremely tempted when I think of you, when I'm with you. You have this ability of making me emotionally vulnerable and weak in the knees. These feelings that I feel, the things that I go through, I know that it is very tempting to be with you. I know you are powerful, and you make me feel powerless. Overall, the things that have happened in the past, words that were spoken, actions that were taken, good memories and bad. I obsess over this now. In a cycle, it comes and goes, comes and goes, comes and goes. I can't stop thinking about you. I can't stop thinking about you. I am obsessing over you, over the things that I have said, the regrets that I've had. I don't know how to move forward. That is why I'm such a coward. Yes, I'm wise, but I'm not wise enough to know how to move on and to connect with you. I want to tell you that I understand your point of view now. And I want to tell you that I feel some type of spiritual connection, a bond that I can't explain. For now, the pleasure that I used to feel in this connection, I have put my boundaries up to that too. I do not feel that anymore. But the problem is, I have learned my lesson. I am wiser now. And I want to reach out. The problem is, I just don't know how. You're constantly on my mind. All right, Cancer. My God. What I see here is a person who has realized what they've done and somebody who wants to be in a connection. But so much has happened. It's hard to believe you're a person of interest. Let's have a look. The next set of cards I'm going to be pulling out, that is the Lover's Path Tarot. Quick reference here. Guys, for some of you, this could be a third-party situation. This card, Beliefs, talks about differences between people being caused because of external people. This could be, for example, friends, family, coworkers that may be against your choice. So when we have the beliefs card in a reading, I've noticed over the years that it generally talks about your beliefs being different from this person's beliefs. Or you guys are here, but the people around you, the society around you, they don't think that the both of you should be together. That's the problem. And that could be, for example, a third-party situation. For example, being from different religious backgrounds or different ethnic backgrounds, right? Racial backgrounds. Somebody here may be very rich. The other may not be so rich. So those sort of differences, it's what's causing the problem here. The main problem is because of the differences and the uniqueness. Wow. Okay, so one card just fell right onto my lap. I'm going to pull this out. You do have a peekaboo card. Illusion. Interesting. So with this deck, typically I just pull it one. You usually have two, as one being under the bottom of the deck. Now, what's interesting, these cards are very expressive. I'm seeing that here. Now, this is for those of you who never received any closure. This person may have ghosted you. They may have abandoned you. They may have faded over time, and you're wondering what happened. What did I do to deserve this? Let's have a look. This I do read in the reverse. And this is for those of you, this is the past. So this is something that happened in the past. In this connection with you, something that may have happened. We have here the Princess of Cups. The Princess of Cups here talks about, and I do read this in the reverse. This is a little bit in your past. This person viewed you once as someone who was very gentle. There was a lot of intuition and loyalty. However, things have changed. Your person of interest has started to act very different. You thought they were very well off, maybe even like a queen or a king, somebody who knew and had a lot of integrity. The issue here is there was a lack of grace and talent. Here it talks about emotional receptivity. An enticing invitation. Your person of interest started to act in a way where there was an empty offer or an empty invitation, and a part of them felt that you were like this too. Fickleness and immaturity of affection. Inconsistent and unreliable messages. Ambivalence and codependence. So even though it may have seemed as if this person might have been mature, I do see here that the feelings in this connection were that somebody may have offered an invitation. Okay, let's date or something. But the offer itself, they gave a cup of love, right? But the cup of love was just titled a cup of love. There was actually nothing inside the cup. That's sort of what this means. And not only that, the reason why, the way this person may have been acting in this connection, Cancer, was very immature. The affection that they had, they were not really able to express it. And even if they did, they expressed it in a very immature sort of way. Inconsistent and unreliable messages. They were not good at like expressing themselves. They were not good. And even if they had to, they wouldn't say the right words. Sometimes they would twist things, say things in a way not being so truthful, simply to make themselves look good. I have here illusion. Okay, let's have a look. This is a huge card to have. Illusion, it talks about fantasies, intuition, emotion, and enchantment. Enchanted by love, for better or for worse, is what this person used to feel. But then something happened. They were confused by illusions that may or may not be real. They started to have intense emotions, but they didn't know, is this real or not? Is this love or not? The need to know what is real. Your person of interest here, at some point in time, the keywords here are delusion, so delusional, deception, discomfort with emotions, and discomfort with relationships or a lack of satisfaction. This is huge because it does talk about delusion, deception, and discomfort with emotions or with a relationship. They were confused by illusions. So it does seem as if even though they were in this connection, they couldn't see love when you were expressing it. It's like love was staring right at them, but they couldn't recognize it. We also have here the 10 of coins. The 10 of coins here talks about discontent at home or difficulties with family relationships. Elusive success on the material plane. So this person comes from a background where there may have been some upsetness in the home environment or difficulties with family relationships. Family can sometimes even be friend relationships. So let's just, make it very generic. Difficulties in the home environment with relationships. This could extend to family, friends, okay? Because of this discontentment, they were not able to invest the time, energy, and effort that it took to build a future on a material plane. So this person may not have felt that they're good enough, or they didn't feel it was the right time to, for example, invest or save money for a home or do something together with you that will make your connection more solid. They just didn't feel that they had it in them. They couldn't do it because they're disappointed with whatever happened in the past. So they have been affected by something that happened to them in the past. And because of that, unfortunately, you're seeing the tail end of that part. Like it is just about done, but you have experienced that part of them. And unfortunately, it was you. You ended up in this person's life at that moment in time. And it doesn't even matter if it's you, it could be even somebody else, but they will still behave the same way. Why? Because there's disappointments at home that may never have been healed. Now, does that mean that it can't be healed? Of course it can be healed. Crosswatcher. Do what you need to do to find out why you can't let go, why you can't move on, and why you do the things that you do. There's a reason why you're doing it, and if you don't fix it, the same mistakes will be repeated again and again. Now you are wiser, I do see that, but it seems like there's still a long way to go. There's always room for self-improvement, even you, Cancer. All right, let's have a look. I have here the Beginner's Tarot. All right, so these are any plans, any intentions, any actions your person of interest may wish to take towards you. All right, we have here the 8 of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Pentacles, followed by the High Priestess. We also have another card here, 7 of Wands. Okay. Under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme, we have Ace of Swords. All right. So this is interesting. What I see here is first card is the strongest. 8 of Pentacles. It does appear that your person of interest really does want to work on this connection. They want to work towards a better future. They want to fix things. And they can only fix things by taking out that time, energy, and effort for it. But this also talks about learning new skills, developing new ideas, new ways of thinking, changing the mindset. I'm seeing the word mindset. So they do want, yes, they do want to change it. Why? Because remember you had the beliefs card earlier? That's where it comes in. So because you both had different beliefs, they also want to learn where you're coming from. What is your perspective? Why do you think the way that you do? This is something that is very important. I definitely see that this person is trying to create a strategy. This is what I also call the love workshop. This person is in the love workshop trying to make things right so they can definitely connect with you on that level and persuade you in a way where you see their point of view as well, but you work as a team together. I see here also, yes, they're going to approach you at some point in time. Here we have the Knight of Pentacles. Very sweet. This is a knight. And so, it's not a page. However, it's not as bold as a king or blunt as a queen. But this is somebody who is gradually and slowly learning. Still, however, the Knight of Pentacles, the knight is someone who is not 100% wise. However, they are getting there. So we need to keep that in mind. We also have here the High Priestess. Your person of interest here wants to have me time. They want to have this moment of self-reflection, but they also realize now the fact that they are distant from you. To some degree, they feel that in this connection, they need to stay silent, they need to manifest things, but they know and they feel and they believe that someday, some way, we will meet again and we are destined to be together. This person may not show this to you, but they are trying to manifest this by believing that this is what their future holds. And then we have here the Seven of Wands. Now, this is a 7. After this, we have the 8, 9, and 10. Your person of interest here is starting to feel struggle, arguments, issues, even I'm seeing ego-oriented issues. This could be regarding you or other things going on in their life. Interesting about this card, I find that this person is trying to make sure that everything that they have done in the past, what's doable is doable. If it's not, then I'm going to put it on the back burner. I'm not going to take on this responsibility because I can't handle it. Or, this is not my problem. I don't have to deal with the situation. I'm going to completely cancel this out. This is what this person's doing instead, because of the 10 eventually. Instead of carrying all that weight, all those burdens, responsibilities, before it gets to the 9 and 10, this person now is thinking about the future and they are seeing, what can I take on and what can I dismiss? That's the smart way of doing things, right? You take on a little bit at a time and eventually things get done. This person does not want to become completely overwhelmed because it'll be too much for them to handle. Then we also have here the overall arching theme, Ace of Swords, cutting to the heart of the matter. Your person of interest here is making decisions based on pure logic, intellect, practical thinking, realistic thinking, thinking about what their agenda is. What do they want? How are they to achieve this? One of the issues with this also, and it's an issue, is that in a love reading, this also talks about being very emotionally detached. What's interesting here is they're trying to make a decision based on just complete, practical, rational choices, leaving emotions unconsidered, detached, emotionally detached. So one of the issues I'm seeing here is that even if this person wants to be with you, a lot of the decisions that they're making, it's based on logic, not based on love. Now, that is in fact a problem. We do not have any cups right here. We have more of the pentacles. Now, all I could say, Cancer, based on this and based on what you have gone through, and if you feel this person doesn't really express themselves to you, you're going to have to think twice about this. Like, do you want this? Do you want to be in a connection with this person? Are you able to open up to this person? Or do you feel that it's too complicated and that they are always, you always need to like pulling teeth, right? Like, why does it have to be this difficult that this person connects with you and communicates with you? Some of you are going to want to stay and try it out because this person wants to give it a try. But others of you I see with all of this, it's a very, very complicated situation. And it's almost as if you have had to do things, bend over backwards, and be the person for both of you. You're trying to do what they do, and you're trying to do, obviously, what you do yourself. I don't see them putting in much effort. That's the problem. Sure, they've become wiser, but Crosswatcher, what are you doing about that? Yes, we are wiser, but action, right? Actions speak louder than words, and that is what is needed. Consistency, dependability, reliability. This is what you need. Not somebody who keeps their distance and somebody who does not. Consider emotions. This is a love reading. This is a love relationship. Emotions have to be included. It's like those toys, batteries not included. No, this is a batteries included type thing, and the batteries have to be full of love. Okay, that's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. It has to be like that. Otherwise, there's no use being in a connection, because then it's just a transaction. Some of you might be okay with that. Others of you, you may think, no, I want something more. All right, I have here, let's have a look. Archangel answer cards. Just going to do a quick prayer. All right, let's have a look. These messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. Okay, so regarding your situation, these are messages from the angels that they feel are important for you to know, to maybe concentrate on, to meditate on. Oh boy, you got a timeline here a year from now. I know that's so far away. Sorry. Some of you may be rolling your eyes and really upset now. If this card came up last year, that simply just means it's not the right time yet. This card hopefully doesn't come up every year, but it could. This deck only goes up to a year from now. It doesn't say 3 or 5 years. Don't shoot the messenger. All right. Definitely we have something else going on here. Cancer, it's not what you think. There's something that's different. Something different is going to happen in your life. Not just in this connection, but in your life. There's 2 situations here. For some of you, this is going to be a very abundant situation. Now, either you're going to get a lot of love or a lot of, not only the love, but you're also going to get maybe even money. The next card talks about trusting in the divine. Trust the divine's plan. The divine has a plan for you, and there's a reason why, because you deserve better. There's certain things in life that you may not get, and you may want it. But the reason why you don't get it is because they know that you deserve better, because they see your future. They see what your full potential is and how you're going to contribute on planet Earth in your lifetime and society. They don't want you to be stuck with somebody that's going to bring you down emotionally, spiritually, or physically. This is the reason, Cancer, Crosswatcher, why certain things don't work out with certain people. Because it's not supposed to work out. I know it's difficult to see that or to feel it, but maybe many years down the road you'll see how that works. We have here also no need to worry. Many of you are worried, many of you are upset, but like the angels here suggest, there's no need to worry. Give it up to them, okay? Leave it to them, all right? We have it here a year from now, and anything that is to happen, any changes, any major changes, it may take from now until the next few months. Might not take a whole year. It might just take a few months. I'm seeing the numbers 7, 8, 9. It could be 7, 8, or 9 months. We also have here, very interesting, unlikely. Something in this connection you were expecting in a certain way. ABC. You may have a situation here where it may be XYZ. Okay, so it may not be exactly what you thought, but it will be an offshoot of it. So expect the unexpected. For some of you, this connection has really taken a toll on your health. Mind, body, spirit, your soul. Because of that, I will announce later on, I do have something that I can help you with regarding that. But because of that, it's important for you, for some of you, if this connection has made you emotionally, spiritually, physically out of sync, if you feel that there's some emotional trauma, it's best for you to move on. Why? Because Cancer, you have an absolute 10 out of 10 card right after that. Because there's something better. Because there's someone better. Here, I see abundance coming to you. We have abundance. First card, last card. There's something better. Sometimes, for me, this indicates the situation that you're in will improve and it will get better. And there's also been the case where something better actually means someone better. So for others of you, time's going to go by. You're going to heal. It's important for you to focus on your health. Okay, health is wealth. Health is happiness. If you don't have your health, you can't do much in life. Okay, so you take care of yourself first. That is priority. Eventually, something better is going to happen, or you're going to meet someone better than the person that you're with right now. And this is the issue. This is why it's highly unlikely. Something is going to completely change. And you're not even going to know, like, how did this happen? It always happens. We have these certain plans and fantasies in our mind, and what the reality is completely different. Under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme, we have yes with a dove. Yes, there is going to be peace, a peaceful resolution going forward. This is beautiful. So it does show me that there are good things that are going to come to you, Cancer. I do see that here. It's just a matter of you recognizing what you want and who you want, right? Don't rush into anything. You don't need to. Don't rush. And like it says, there's no need to worry. Like when I channel, this stuff, I don't know if some of you believe it, but this stuff's real. Like for me, it's real. I hear these voices in my head sometimes. Nowadays, I don't, because I don't really channel them too strongly like I used to, but different sections of my head. A very long time ago, I did a reading on that, and different parts of my head, they're sectioned off, and I can hear different angels in different parts. And because of that, I can recognize who is where. As weird as that sounds, it is the weirdest feeling. Hasn't happened, but if I was to channel, it would happen. The point is that when you do connect with the angels, when you connect with Jesus, God, the Christ consciousness, or the one source in the universe, right? The holy white light of God, you are connecting. You're not alone. Well, we can't see them, but they do see us. And they see the future. And they see what it is that you actually need and what you deserve. And the more positive you are, the more positive things will come to you. And the positive will want to help you. So it's very important that you not worry, because if you do, you also end up attracting negative energies. That's just by default, okay? That happens to everybody. I wanted to just quickly go over this. So officially, Cancer, that's your reading. I hope it resonated for some of you. Let me know in the comments below, guys. Improving health. For some of you, I'd recommend that you go to my website. The link is below. My website is www.asnointia.com. Go to the rates and packages section and you'll see there that I have some packages that are available. The one I want you to focus on for this specific issue, if some of you do feel that there's a misalignment between your mind, body, spirit, and your soul. This is a metaphysical science, right? It's a pseudoscience, so it's metaphysical in nature. This is not anything medical related. You guys know that. The chakra checkup package that I have the ability of remotely viewing wherever it is that you're living in the world, around your home, in your home, in fact, and around your aura and inside of your body, which is your chakra centers. So when I do this particular reading for you, if you decide to get this package, I have a look at what you have, how many you have, and I teach you how to get rid of these things from your life. This also, in fact, includes if anybody has given you the evil eye. This works on people that may be victims of black magic, witchcraft, voodoo, hexes, curses, evil eye. If you feel your home is haunted, poltergeist activities, sleep paralysis, all that kind of creepy stuff, gets rid of all of that, okay? That's why I created that package. It's an all-inclusive package. It's amazing. I love it. And I also have the self-help guide. If some of you do not want the in-depth, I do have the Holy Light package. That is a smaller version, but that is basically, it gets rid of the same stuff. It's just that you don't get a reading with it. So have a look at that, because it does seem here in this connection, there's been a lot of stress. There's been a lot of uncertainty. And because of all of that thinking mentally, it's been draining, and it's been, I'm getting the word stress, anxiety, depression. It's been really heavy on you, and you've been, like, unknowingly, you've been attracting energies that are not positive. So this gets rid of them, okay? And whatever is written in your book of life, whatever is owed to you karmically, it will come to you. But it cannot come to you if you have this path and you have boulders here, right? So I teach you how to get rid of these boulders, and then that path is clear for you. And the path is full of goodness, positivity. Right now, there seems to be a bit of these obstacles in the way. But keep in mind, what only is written in your book of life that will come to you. What is owed to you karmically will come to you. At the very least, you'll have more positive energy around. Now, some of you do feel that this is a past life spiritual connection, and I do have past life readings that I do. I do have a package on that on my website. Please do read the descriptions for all of the packages so that you know exactly what it is that you're going to receive. So with the past life package, I go into the details of the life and the experiences that the both of you have gone through, whether it is in the past or it is to be held in the future at some point. Very small occasion I have future life readings, which is, it's very rare, but it does happen. Just giving you a heads up. Of course, do you do love readings? Yes, I do. The one I have available right now for love readings, that is in fact the PDF plus an audio, and you get a whole lot of details there. I provide you with a lot of information on how they feel, any obstacles, certain things that they're hiding from you, all that stuff. And of course, like I mentioned, the Chakra Checkup package is what I have available right now for you. And I always want to help people get rid of negative energies, because once you have that, things are just wonderful, beautiful. The environment will seem better. It will smell better. It'll look better. It's natural. These things I've experienced. I've gone through many. And this is the reason why I created it, to help people as well. All right, guys. Also, I have another channel, which I thought the latest video may help some of you. On my other channel, Asnointia Audio, and that is on YouTube. Please do like, share, and subscribe there. You'll see some videos that I posted, and these are just, in fact, there's two of them that are very important for this reading that I've done, and that is letting go and moving on. Some of you may find those two parts very interesting, so have a look at that. Over there on that channel, the videos are absolutely free, no charge whatsoever, just like this channel. And you'll see there I have videos on past life spiritual connections, which is very much related to this reading. You can learn more about that kind of stuff, those type of relationships. And those things I have learned over time through trends and patterns, through the past life readings that I've done, but also I've also had that extra help from Angel Fakiel, and she tells me a lot when I ask her questions, only of course what is permitted. And then I also have videos on relationship related advice. So that is based on the feelings and emotions people have, very in-depth. And of course, if you want to learn more about what all these negative energies are, how do they affect us, I have a video called What and Who Are Negative Energies? How to Recognize and Remove Such Things from Your Life. Please have a look at that. It will provide you with a lot of information. All right, guys. Please do like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for your support. And please let me know in the comments below if any of this has resonated. It really does help keep me on track, and it also gives me a better understanding as to what I was seeing and hearing and what am I interpreting here. It really helps, and I do try to write back as much as I can. All right, you all take care, stay safe. I'll see you guys again. Bye now.